My dad always used to tell me that other people's opinion of you is none of your business. And, yeah, thank you. So I live by that. So if you break that down, other people's opinion is none of your business. So I'm sure your parents or your teachers or whatever, as you've been growing up, have always said, well, that's none of your business when you're trying to butt into a conversation. And it's the same concept. When other people talk about you, and they will, I mean, especially you would think that as you get older it stops, but there have been things said about me in the last couple of weeks that were so hurtful, and if I did not have parents who really built me up to believe that other people's opinions of me are none of my business, it would have consumed me. And so, so I think that is the absolute best advice that I could give.
In more detail, we help people specifically, many people with constituents. So, we'll get calls, whether it be about unemployment or the elderly or veterans issues or
unemployment was one that.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And what are some others?
Helping businesses with the
Helping businesses. You can think of it. We get calls on it, and then we try to find this.
And Chris are doing the same thing at the same time we are. And so what has just happened last week, the bills flipped. So all the House bills went to the Senate. Now all the Senate bills are coming to the House. We've assigned those to committees, and they will go through that same process. So Brad's bill, if it goes to the Senate, then he's going to go into the committee here. If it passes here, it'll go to the Senate floor. If it passes the Senate floor, and they can amend it if they want to. They can change it. If they change it, it comes back to Brad to accept those amendments. So it's pretty complex and hard for a bill to come along.
Did that make sense?
Does that make sense?
And also to expand on that, so like the House bills that we file, we may have worked for 6 months on them before session. And like to us, they're like, almost like our babies, like we know everything about it. But then we have to find a Senate author
Who doesn't know Jack?
who doesn't really know what we're trying to work on as much, because that was like our baby. They have their own Senate bills as, or their baby, so to say. And so they have to learn our bill and we have to learn their bills. Because it doesn't matter how much I know my bill and I get it through the House, if it doesn't get it through the Senate, then it doesn't pass.
It's really stark. If you guys did a tour of the Capitol and you came to the House floor, it would be a buzz of activity. People laughing, talking, whatnot. And in the Senate, it's very quiet and orderly. And we have rules too, but we're just not quite as orderly.